What's up, sports fans? My name is JT Magnum. Welcome to Magnum Sports Rundown. I haven't done one of these in a while. If you don't know, if you're not new to my channel or you've never seen one, basically it's just a vlog that I do, basically a sports-related topic, and just talk about it. And then you guys let me know what you thought in the comment section, or think in the comment section. This is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little longer. I usually do these pretty short. I'll try to make this short, but it's kind of me basically giving you my opinion. I'm sure you've seen the title of the video. I don't know what I'm going to name it yet, but I'm sure you've seen it by now when you see it, and you're going to be like, well, what is this dude going to talk about? There are going to be people here that have never seen my channel that come on here, and they're going to, wonder what I had to say or whatever. They're going to say what they got to say, of course. But real quick, I will say this. Everything I say is my opinion. It's my feelings. It's my thoughts on the matter. I'm not here to sway political views. I'm not here really to talk too much about politics. I'm not a politics person. I don't want to get into stats about politics and all this stuff and to try to debate with Harvard students and all this stuff about politics, because that's not me. I just like sports. I'm a guy that likes sports. And this happens to be a topic that kind of hit me a little bit, and I really want to share my feelings on it, basically to get it out, put it on a video, and let you guys know how I feel about the situation. Not for any reason whatsoever. Like I said, it's not to sway your opinion. It's not to make you feel differently about Donald Trump or NFL players or, the flag or the anthem. It's not. It's just my opinion on the situation. You're not going to change my mind. You're not going to change my feelings. I'm open to hear what you have to say. I'm open for, a nice, intelligent conversation in the comment section. But anybody else that tries to do things or ruffle feathers or just be a troll, your comment's going to get deleted, or I'm just not going to deal with you. It's just, there's no point, because there's no point arguing with people about politics and things like that, because nobody's right or wrong. No matter how right you think you are, you're still have an opinion. I still have my opinion. So we're never going to sway or change each other's opinion if we're just yelling at each other, arguing over words, typing on a comment section, and it's just never going to happen. So there's no point in arguing. You know what I'm saying? So basically, take what I have to say, deal with it, and, just let me air my feelings out, basically. So anyways, picture me basically on a couch. You're the psychiatrist, and I'm just telling you my feelings. That's all. That's what this basically is. So anyways, let's get into it. As you know, NFL players are protesting. This all started when Colin Kaepernick was protesting, basically trying to raise awareness for social injustices and police brutality and things like that. A lot of people felt he shouldn't kneel. A lot of people liked that he kneels. A lot of people are behind him. A lot of people are not behind him. A lot of people can't stand him. It's, goes back and forth. It all started basically with him, though, and Eric Reed, who backed him up in San Francisco. I'm a 49er fan, obviously, if you can't notice there, the 49er stuff. So when you see that stuff, you know that, this is one of those things that I've been dealing with for the last 2 years, dealing with Kaepernick's protests and stuff like that. But this whole thing, it's been escalated more as more NFL players have taken part in protests. Things have gone down left and right, with cops and things like that, and some other, Charlottesville and stuff like that. And it's just gotten to the point now that a lot of people are protesting the flag. And real quick, I'm going to say this. I don't understand the protesting of the flag. I get it's to raise social awareness, or to raise awareness for what they're trying to do. And I guess protesting the flag is a way for cameras to be on you so that you can explain why you're doing it. But I don't get what the flag has to do with it. I guess that's just me. I picture the United States flag and the anthem not for what the country stood for back in the old days when there was slavery and things like that. I picture for what it's become now. It's still a ways to go. I get it. There's still a lot of racism in America. It goes a lot of ways. Contrary to what people think, it does go a lot of ways, and I'll get into that in a second. But I don't understand what the whole protesting of the flag. That part I don't understand, because I just don't feel like the flag has anything to do with it. If you want to raise if you want to raise awareness to something that you're trying to explain or have out there or put out there, I think players should wear something and put something, a patch, something that visible to the camera so the camera can zoom in and see it. Something over your jersey, or during pregame, wear something that is clearly visible that raises awareness, some kind of website, some kind of like something that shows what you're talking about. So that way you're not alienating people. I feel like kneeling to the flag and then kneeling for the national anthem is not just disrespectful, but it alienates people. Like, it alienates all kind of races, not just white people. It alienates all kind of people that love this country. And I know that the players love their country. I get it. I understand that. And I know why they're doing it. But at the same time, they're kneeling for the flag because they're raising awareness. But I just think if you're alienating people, nobody's going to really care about what you have to say. Maybe some will, and yes, that helps. But at the same time, you want a lot of people to feel what you feel and to hear what you have to say in order to be. And if you're on that platform, there's got to be another way you can do it. That's my take on it. Just on that alone, just the players kneeling, and in order to raise awareness, don't piss the people off that you're trying to talk to. Because if you piss them off, then they're not going to want to listen to you. They're just going to think of a million different ways to basically battle you on what you're talking about. They're going to just basically not even hear it. They're basically going to shut themselves down and not care what you have to say. That's just my take on it. Now, the Donald Trump thing, everybody knows what he said. He basically called them sons of biatches and that the owners should fire these sons of biatches. And I'm not going to say the word because I don't talk like that. But anyways, he basically said the owners should fire them for kneeling. And, he basically involved himself for who knows what reason, basically because Donald Trump, to me, another tangent real quick. Donald Trump, to me, is a trickster. He's a con artist. He's a bull crapper, as I like to put it. He's a hustler. I'm Puerto Rican. I grew up in Rochester, New York, all over Rochester, New York. And I've seen a hustler. I've also lived in New York City. I've lived in Boston. And I know a hustler when I see one. I'm not stupid. I've seen hustlers all over the place. And Donald Trump is just a rich hustler. That's all he is. He's a bullcrap artist. He just likes to get by. He likes to get a rise out of people. He likes to push buttons, do anything he can. He's basically feeling people out. When he says those things that he's saying, he basically is putting himself out there so that he can, he can win. And that's what he does. He wins every time. And the reason why he wins is because people bid on it. People bite on it. And I think when Donald Trump said those things, he basically put the NFL, the coaches, the players, and the owners in a bad position. And the reason I say that is because no matter what you do now after Donald Trump said that, no matter what you do, if you kneel for the anthem, you look bad in Donald Trump's supporters' eyes. You look bad in the people's eyes that don't want anything to do with you doing that. And you look good to some people. Like, yeah, take that, Donald Trump. You look good. But at the same time, you look bad to a lot of people. And a lot of people will just tune out of the NFL and not watch. And that kind of happened a little bit. But if you stand for the national anthem, lock arms and stand, he'll take credit for telling you to stand. So no matter what you do, Donald Trump is going to take credit for it, and he's going to be the one that wins in the end because he knows what to say and do to put himself in the position to win. And that's how he is. He's just a conniving person to me. I've never liked him. I've never liked him even in the 90s. I'm 42 years old, and I didn't like him in the 90s. I don't watch his reality TV shows. I don't even think I've seen an episode of his reality TV shows or anything of his in general. I just don't like the man. The more I hear him speak or the more I hear him even talk, to me, he's just a hustler. So anyways, he tricked them. I think the NFL players fell for it. And when a lot of them dropped to their knees, a lot of them locked arms, a lot of them didn't even come out for the anthem. I think they basically let them win when it comes to that. I think they showed unity, and I get it, but I think they should have showed unity in another way. They should have locked arms and wore something or did something that just pissed off Donald Trump. If you want to make him mad, then basically you jab at his ego. That's the only way to get him mad. If you ever noticed Donald Trump, whenever you say anything bad about him or do anything bad about him, he immediately tweets about it. If a news says anything or if Saturday Night Live makes fun of him, oh my goodness, he will immediately tweet out how bad it is. He tweeted about how bad Alec Baldwin played him and how it's not even like him when it's pretty much just like him. But anyways, That's how you get him. That's how you get Donald Trump. You get to his ego. So if the NFL players wanted to get to Donald Trump, they should have wore something, should have said something, stood for the flag, but said something about Donald Trump. Make fun of him. Wear something that makes fun of him. Wear some kind of cartoon of him, or wear something that says 44 have been better than 45. 44 presidents have been better than 45, meaning like everybody's been better than him or something. Just say something that really pisses them off. That's the only way to get to him. That's how I feel that you can get to Donald Trump. And there's no other way. Now, as for police brutality and raising awareness for all that kind of stuff and social injustice, I get it. Believe me, I get it. Like I said, I am Puerto Rican. I grew up in Rochester, New York. Now, I've never been stopped by a Rochester City police officer, but there's a lot of surrounding suburbs here in Rochester, and I have been stopped numerous times by some suburban cops here and there. And one in particular stopped me twice in one suburban neighborhood here and searched my car illegally twice. And both times they said that my car fit the description of a car that was stolen. And that's just basically something they throw out there to say when they just want to basically search to see if they can find anything or see if you have any insurance, or basically stop you. They profile you basically. He saw my Puerto Rican flag hanging from the rearview mirror, and he decided to stop me and hope that I didn't have insurance, hope that I had something in the car that he could book me on, and I didn't. I was just on my way to work. At that time, I worked at UPS, so I worked late night, so I was driving late night to work, and I unloaded trucks. That's what I did for a living back then. I was like 18 years old, or 17 or 18 years old, and he stopped me twice. Another cop stopped me another time, said the same thing, and then I got pissed. But I've dealt with that kind of stuff, and that's not the only time. I've been stopped numerous times for stupid things until I took that stupid flag off. When I took that flag off, I think I was like 22 or so when I took that flag off. When I took it off, I never been stopped again. I know it's weird, but I never got stopped again. I think maybe they thought I was Italian, because a lot of people say I look Italian. A lot of people say I look Greek. A lot of people say I look Middle Eastern. Some people say I do look Puerto Rican. It doesn't matter. What matters is I stopped getting stopped when I took that flag off, and I found that kind of weird. But at the same time, I understand why, people get mad at profiling and things like that, or cops stopping people, but these are not all cops are bad people. I know that I'm saying that stuff, and that made me mad, yes, but I'd like to feel safer at night knowing that there's cops out there helping people. I mean, cops risk their lives every day to help people, and not all cops are bad. You're talking about maybe 1 or 2% of cops in the United States that are bad. And you see those videos of people getting harassed, and it makes you angry. I know it makes people angry inside, because you know the feeling. Maybe some of you have been stopped. Maybe some of you have been treated badly by one bad cop. But instead of getting mad and trying to shoot at cops or treat cops like crap, when all of them aren't like that, do something about it. Donate money. Try to figure out if there's programs out there that can help cops be better. Try to figure out there's ways to get cops out in the streets, talking to kids, talking to people, going through the neighborhoods, introducing themselves, letting them know who they are, giving people their phone number so that people can call a cop and get help when they need it or something, or just putting themselves out there. There's got to be programs that educate cops and educate people at the same time that are doing this, or third-party programs to profile cops so that the bad cops can get weeded out of the force and get them out of the police force and into something else that they can do for a living, because there's got to be some way. I mean, I don't know if there is. I haven't checked these things. I'm just ranting and raving I'm just ranting about it and just spitting out things that I think in my head. But there's got to be some kind of programs that maybe these NFL players that can donate to, or just actors in general, or people with money, or anybody with just some money that wants to donate, or something that can help cops and help people. I don't know. There's got to be something. So those are the thoughts I think about. And instead of just everybody just attacking, and I think Colin Kaepernick, he went about it a little wrong, because he basically kind of attacked cops. He even wore socks that showed depicts cops as pigs. And I get it. He's talking about the bad ones, and he doesn't mean it against all the cops. He just means it against the bad ones. But I think when you do that, you alienate and anger people. You anger cops. You anger family members of cops. You anger veterans. You anger people. And if you're angering people, you're not going to get your point across because people are not going to listen to you. And I think that's what's happening with Colin Kaepernick. He's a good person, people. He donates a lot of his time, a lot of his money. He goes to other countries to help. He goes to, even in the United States, he donates so many money to different programs to help kids, to help people, succeed in life. And he is generally a good person, but nobody really knows it because nobody knows that side of Colin Kaepernick. Nobody reads about it. Everybody just knows the person that's just, wearing those socks or sitting for the national anthem because that's what they want to talk about. But that's why I'm saying if you don't do that, you don't piss people off, then you can get your point across. So I don't know. That's just how I feel about the whole thing. I just wish there was something that, this is going to be a slow process, people. Things can't just get fixed overnight. I get that. But at the same time, there's got to be something that we can do. And this whole racism thing, you can go on about racism forever. I've had my share of people be racist against me being Hispanic. I'm sure that black people have their share. White people even get their share. I don't even know why people think that white people don't get people that are racist towards them, because there's a lot of blacks and Hispanics and other people that don't like white people. There's a lot of white people that don't like black people. I don't know why. I don't care. That's their opinion for some reason. To me, you shouldn't be like that. I think you should just like everybody. I mean, everybody, we're all human. Like, we're all people. Why do people hate races like that? I don't know. But I just feel like racism is just one of those things that just, it's probably never ever going to go away. It's probably never going to go away until people start loving one another, until people start taking time to understand one another. It's just never gonna go away. I mean, like I told you, I can give you so many instances of things that has happened to me over the years of people just saying racist remarks. I've had it from all races, even my own people, even my own Puerto Rican people have said stupid stuff to me. I don't know if it's necessarily racist or just insults, but growing up, I grew up in a black neighborhood when I was younger in Rochester. And I used to have to drive or ride my bike or walk home different routes sometimes because I was, getting jumped or getting almost jumped. I would have to run for my life, basically run, either my sneakers would get stolen or my jacket, or they just wanted to jump me just because they thought I was white or whatever. They didn't really care if I was Puerto Rican. They just saw the color of my skin, and black people tried to jump me. That's just how it was when I was little. Or, I went to, other schools, and there was white people. White people thought I was white until when they found out I was Puerto Rican, they would say things like, oh, you're Puerto Rican? Do you like tacos? Or do you like Mexican food? Like, they would ask me about Mexican food. And I was like, I'm not Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican. Like, do you even know what I am? Do you even know that I'm part of this country? Like, they thought I had a green card. They would ask me if I have a green card. Ignorant, just stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that you have to deal with in America. That's part of being American, I guess. But if you're also not aware, Puerto Ricans are Americans, and people that are born in Puerto Rico are Americans. Which brings me to this: Trump tweeted all that crap about the NFL players and all the other stuff that's going on, and he completely forgot that Puerto Rico was completely annihilated by a hurricane. I think he didn't even know that Puerto Rico was part of the U.S. until somebody probably said, "Excuse me, Mr. President, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory." And he was like, "Oh crap, I better say something." And he finally is sending aid and everything. When the country's going to be without power 4 to 6 months, there's U.S. Navy bases on Puerto Rico, on top of 3 million people out of water, food, and all kinds of different things. I mean, not everybody is, but at the same time, people are suffering there. They need help, and this man didn't do anything. He's busy tweeting about NFL players. Doesn't even care about Puerto Rico. And stuff like that pisses me off. And the other thing is, he said something about Puerto Rico, or said something about the NFL players, and he was so quick to say something about them kneeling for the flag, but yet the man took like 2 days to respond to white supremacists protesting in Charlottesville and didn't even ever say anything, and he called them nice. Are you kidding me? Like, that kind of stuff just, it blows my mind. How the man can get away with saying this stuff and not saying anything is beyond me. It's just beyond me whatsoever. So, the other things I deal with, my own people, I went off on another little tangent. The other thing I used to deal with my own people, if I talk proper, or if I say anything, if I didn't talk ghetto-y, or if I didn't speak complete Spanish all the way through, like I'm not completely fluent in Spanish, my own people, my own Puerto Rican people tell you, oh, you're not Puerto Rican, or you don't look Puerto Rican, you're a white boy, or you know, basically I'm a white boy. And I don't know if any other Puerto Ricans or any Hispanics deal with that kind of stuff, but that is annoying. How am I not Puerto Rican? Explain how I'm not Puerto Rican. My mother was Puerto Rican. My father's Puerto Rican. I do know Spanish, but I don't speak it fluently, but I understand it. And on top of that, I know how to dance salsa. I know how to dance merengue. Even if I didn't, who cares? I eat the food. If I didn't, who cares? I'm still Puerto Rican. My blood is Puerto Rican, which is also American, by the way. So I am American. Excuse me. But I don't know. I'm just telling you, racism exists all over the place, and it's never going to go away unless people start trying to figure out one another and actually take the time to understand people. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Sorry for the long video, but I had a lot to get off my chest. I probably have a lot more, but I'm just going to end it for you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Remember what I said, guys. Keep it clean in the comment section. Don't argue. There's no point arguing. All you trolls out there, they're just trying to get a rise out of you. So people in the comment section, don't bother. If people want to have a nice conversation, open-minded to people's opinions and thoughts, then have that. If you're going to say stupid insults in comments, I'm just going to delete your comment. I don't care about you, so I'm just going to delete your comment. But if you're open to what you have to say, I'm open to what people have to say. So, I mean, I might not like what you say at the same time. I might not agree with it, but I'm open to hear what you got to say, because everybody's entitled to their opinions. Everybody's entitled to what they have to say, and that's how it should be in a comment section. I see all these comment sections all the time about people just insulting each other, and they're never going to get your point across. You're never going to get your point across. You're never going to sway anybody. You're never going to make anybody change their mind because you call them a name. It's never going to happen. It's never. In the history of comment sections, I don't think anybody's changed their mind because somebody name called them. But like, oh man, that person called me this name. I think, you know what? I think he's right. Like, it's never going to happen. So keep it clean in the comment section. I will be monitoring it, of course. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear everybody's thoughts on this whole thing, because like I said, everybody's thoughts are going to be different. And I just like to have this conversation with a lot of people, because this is a topic that is just crazy. It's just crazy to me and baffling that we just have a president that can say whatever he wants and do whatever he wants and just get away with it. And then we have players that are protesting that I get what they're protesting, but they're not protesting to me in the right way. Like, I just feel like they should do something else to raise awareness. I don't know. It's just me. But anyways, let me know what you think. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to dislike the video if you don't like it. Share the video as well all over Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want to. And that's it. All right. So for JT Magnum Sports Rundown, I'm out. Peace, y'all.